If I'm home from work and relaxing,
I watch Man Hour.
Are you ready for the best damn radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know, they ain't more legit sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, still listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speaks go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour in the morning here. Hope you guys are enjoying some new content here. If you watch this live here on Roku TV, big shout out to you. Also, if you're also listening to us live on youtube.com/Man Hour, be active in the chat here, guys. Let us know. We are a live interactive show, so come over to youtube.com/Man Hour. Talk, have some fun, enjoy. But guys, sit back, relax, enjoy a great episode here. I am flying solo here as Man Hour AM is starting to take a little bit of fruition here, so bear with us as we wrinkle through some things. We of course we had a great show last night with my man BC Combs over there. Be sure to get the Beastie merch, guys, over there. Go to manhourradio.com. Get yourself some Beastie merch, support the cause, and of course, Takeaway 22, guys. If you guys do not know what that is, 22 veterans every day commit suicide, and we are simply here to help raise awareness from that. All proceeds from the Takeaway 22 shirt or merch goes to a non-profit motorcycle organization there. So all the information is over at manhourradio.com. Simply click on the merch page, click on the Takeaway 22. We got hoodies, we got t-shirts, and we got long sleeve t-shirts, guys. So check it out, enjoy, and it's time to buckle up and have a great show, guys. So obviously last night, you know, Antonio Brown has been a big topic, and I have been asked to, you know, dive into the Antonio Brown saga as well, because, you know, being a former football player myself, and, you know, kind of going through some things that Antonio Brown is going through, I guess it is, you know, I've been asked to talk about it. So those people that are, you know, don't know, Antonio Brown basically quit mid-game on Sunday versus the Jets game. He took off his shoulder pads, took off his jersey and his helmet, and he walked off the field. So Combs last night, what's up 1540? I see you there, Man Hour. He said, I wouldn't say destined to fail. I'm not destined to fail, I'm destined to succeed. But with that being said, there have been rumors circling around that Antonio Brown was too injured to play, and Bruce Arians is like, you know what, F you, get your butt in there, we need you. People have been speculating CTE, and then I also heard something else where, you know, the Bucks are like, he was close to getting paid that $1 million, so, you know, they were kind of they were trying to stop him from getting his salary, right? The extra $1 million it was like $333,000 for 6 more catches, like 100 more yards, and like an extra touchdown to basically equal up to like $1 million in the end. But I don't want to dive too much into that. I want to dive into the fact that the Bucks have not cut Antonio Brown yet. So, I mean, I've been reading things, I've been watching other media outlets and other shows, and they say that they haven't cut Antonio Brown yet because of the litigation of him being owed the salary anyways, because of a guaranteed money, even though if he gets cut from the team, yada yada yada. So I'm not worried about that, because money is just money at the end of the day. The NFL teams are $1 billion organizations, and and whatnot. So One Pride 40 says they already cut AB, and no, they have not officially cut AB yet. So as of January 4th here at 10 a.m. Live here on YouTube.com/Man Hour, they have not officially cut Antonio Brown yet, because people are saying to you of the whole litigation process. Well, I am a realist, and the realist in me says that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are poised to make a Super Bowl run, right? They have a great team in place there, but they are riddled with some injuries at the wide receiver place there. Obviously Mike Evans is hobbled. Yes, he was back last week, but he's still hobbled. Godwin's obviously out for the season, and they have a list of other injuries out there as well. So what is the NFL great about? How can you help me win? I don't care what you do off the field. I don't care if you beat your wife. I don't care if you rape 15-year-old kids. I don't care what you do. Can you help me on the field? And we seen it earlier this year. Every game that Antonio Brown does not play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose that game. Take that into perspective there. Every game that Antonio Brown has not played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year, they have lost that game. So what do they want to do? Well, Antonio Brown and Tom Brady are best friends, right, guys? Like, I if I'm not mistaken, Antonio Brown is living with Tom Brady in their mansion with Giselle, their tag team and all that stuff, right? So Tom Brady wants to win another Super Bowl, right? I mean, he wants to retire on the high note. He wants to retire as, put those 10 rings on the fingers, right? And all that stuff. So he needs Antonio Brown to be on this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. That's why they have not cut him yet. With that being said, that's why they're not going to cut him. So Antonio Brown will not play for the Buccaneers this week. But come playoff time, come Super Wild Card weekend, Antonio Brown will be on the field, guys. He will be on the field with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they're going to probably somehow take all this energy and catapult themselves to the freaking Super Bowl again, and Tom Brady's going to win another one. That is why they have not officially cut him yet, because they need him. One Pride 40 said they just beat the Jets. Yes, they beat the Jets, but Antonio Brown did start the game. So what I'm referring to is every loss this season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Antonio Brown has not started that game. He hasn't even played the game, so he wasn't even suited up, prepared to play. I see my man Drew out in the chat. What's up, Drew? What's going on tonight? Big guard today, this morning, man. It's not even nighttime yet, and man, I'm already fired up, ready to have a great show here, guys. So if you are new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Man Hour. If you watched us live on Roku TV, be sure to, leave that Roku channel a station, leave that Roku channel a ranking, and, help them jump up in the ranks here, just because we are trying to reach out to new audiences here, and hopefully, hey, guys, come over to youtube.com, because that's where all the magic happens. We have One Pride 40 in there. We got Trent Mason. We got Drew over there. Guys, the chat is usually lit. So if you guys, want to catch us, be sure to check us out in the podcast form as well. As well. iHeart, Spotify, iHeart Radio, or iTunes, Spotify, iHeart Radio. There you go. Get the words all mixed up. But moving on to the next one, I think the Antonio Brown thing has been pretty much hashed out as much as they can hash it out, and hopefully he does get some help in the end, or whatever he needs. But title topic of the show here, guys. Title topic of the show is, the Cincinnati Bengals obviously have won the AFC North. They are poised to do great things in the playoffs, which they won't, but we will dive into that here. But what I want to talk about is a common trend right now that is happening in the AFC North. You see teams that are great one season, and they come back crashing back down to reality. Great, and they coming back crashing back down to reality. So what am I referring to? The Baltimore Ravens, guys. They were 11-5 a couple years ago. Playoff win versus was versus the Titans, and they went into Buffalo and lost that game. This year, they are probably going to miss the playoffs, right? The next year, you have the Cleveland Browns 11-5, and this year they have missed the playoffs. Now you see the Cincinnati Bengals, boom, in the playoffs. What they're 11-5 right now too, if I'm not mistaken. I know I don't have the record on the top of my head, but the question that I'm going to have is, are they going to come crashing back down to reality like the Ravens, like the Steelers, like the what's the other team, the Browns as well? And here's what I think is different by the other three teams versus the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals have a good team. Hell, they might even have a great team. With that being said, they have four core guys on the offensive side that are under the age of 25. That doesn't matter to me too much. What matters to me is the team around them, the coaching staff around them, how they have literally built from the ground up and just have made this team. They like the old saying, started from the bottom, now we here. The Bengals have never been at the bottom, but they've been mediocre for so long. But now they're here. So are they going to come crashing back down to reality? Yes, they will come crashing back down to reality, to a fact that, they will not win the division consistently, 6 years in a row like my Kansas City Chiefs. Will they be in the playoffs for the next 6 years? Probably, 100%. But the AFC right now is so loaded that what is considered consistency, right? Just like at this point, it is so hard to predict the future, but my future here, me predicting it, the Cincinnati Bengals will run the AFC North for many, many years to come. The only way that any other team will ever have a chance to really knock them off is if Lamar Jackson, like in the Ravens, go for another 14-3 season and then lose in the first round of the playoffs, just because that is what they're so good at. They are good at regular season, but they can't contain that regular season success and push it off to the postseason. So no, the Bengals will not follow the end of the AFC North trend of being great and then last place. So it's just like, it is what it is, but the Bengals will be very, very consistent moving forward, and they will win a lot of division titles. Will they be repetitively 10 years in a row? No, because it just doesn't work like that in the NFL, unfortunately. But buckle up for a good ride, Cincinnati Bengals fan, because you guys have a great thing happening over there. So we are up against the first break here. So if you guys are watching us here on youtube.com/manhour, enjoy some breaks. But let me get to some comments before we head to the first break. One Pride 40 says, honestly, I don't think they will. One Pride 40 thinks they will not come back down to reality because Joe Burrow will keep them consistent. Yes, Joe Burrow might honestly be one of the most underrated quarterbacks right now in the NFL. People have been overlooking him, much like Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has had an MVP caliber year, but nobody's talking about him. Obviously people are talking about Joe Burrow because of the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, whoa, where do these guys come from? And they're in the playoffs and the big game from Jamar Chase. So yes, Joe Burrow will keep them consistent. The only thing that I'm worried about for Cincinnati Bengals fans, period, is will they start to expect to be great year after year after year? And then once you are, like the Kansas City Chiefs, we expect them to be great year after year after year. And when they start the season 3-4, what is going on there? What is going on there? Just pump the brakes, relax. It's the NFL. Shit happens when you party naked. One Pride 40 says the only dominant team in the AFC are the Pats. Yeah, 100% right. The Pats have a dynasty that nobody can really mess with right now. Let's just be honest. One Pride 40 says, do you think Antonio Brown has CTE? CTE is a very, very thing here. So CTT is something in the brain from repetitive hitting and it caused it. I'm not for sure what the whole terminology, but it basically caused you to go crazy and do stupid stuff. Junior Seau had it, like obviously they said Aaron Hernandez had it as well, but I think he's bipolar. That is what I truly think. I think Antonio Brown is bipolar, and sometimes he just acts out. Like, that is just what it is. 1.40 says, what's weird is that nobody has been fully, truly dominant this year. Yeah, 100%. The only true dominant team this year were the Tennessee Titans, but that was when Derrick Henry was still around. And I mean, they're still dominant per se, air quotes. We'll get into that a little later in the show, but yeah, this has been a great NFL season if you enjoy watching it. Drew says, no matter what you think, the one shirt. Maybe he says the one sure thing that the Bengals is that they have finally found a leader in the quarterback and a good coach. Yeah, Zach Taylor is a good coach. I wouldn't say great coach yet, but the fourth down call was very, very gutsy, and we could having a totally different conversation if the refs wouldn't bail him out. But whatever, we can talk about that later. And 1.40 says the quarterback's the most valuable position in the NFL. Yeah, 100% correct. All right, guys, we're up against the break. I'm getting the little flaggy say go break time, so go break time, guys. We'll be back here on the Man Hour. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. We'll be back.
If I'm home from work and relaxing,
I watch Man Hour while doing dishes.
In bed, hiding from the wife and kids.
What do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with the Man Hour? You watch it with them.
Have you ever wanted to go to Vegas to see the NFL draft? Well, now you can. Simply head over to youtube.com/manhour, click on that join button, become a $5.99 member or higher, and you get free entry. Simple as that. So head over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that join button. You won't regret it. You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help. With the Take 22 merch, it's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckasha here with the Man Hour. Be sure to head over to manhourradio.com and check out the merchandise page, check out the blog section. And if you're watching us here on youtube.com/Man Hour, in the description there is a and all that good stuff. And apparently my mic has gone mute. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know, but whatever. I can see the lines going up and down and all that good stuff. And if you watch us live here on Roku TV, consider going to youtube.com/Man Hour, hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. So we have dove deep into the Antonio Brown talk. I really don't want to talk about it anymore, but I have to, because one tribe 40 says I really think it does. I really do think it's CTE. So me being a former football player myself, I have had some antics like Antonio Brown, kind of like outlashes and anger issues and like all this other stuff. And this is what is real about Man Hour is like I can talk about this and I don't have to worry about being shut off the air. So with that being said, when I say like I have had outbursts and outlashes like Antonio Brown, like I there's been times in my life where I have like just jumped out and just been very, very, very mad at things for no reason whatsoever. Like there could be somebody walking down the street and looking at me, I'm like, you right, and it's just like I don't know what it is. And my wife said like, hey, maybe a CTE, maybe it's this, maybe it's, no, it's just it is just the fact that I had anger issues that I needed to get fixed. Like there was stuff happening in my life that I didn't like, and I needed to address it. And there were pills out there that helped me. There was antidepressant pills. There were, these type of pills. And I feel like Antonio Brown just needs to go to a medical person and get some pills. And, just because you are on antidepressant pills or like anything, it doesn't mean that you're crazy and you're going to need them for the rest of your life. Just, hey, you are a part of a season in your life where you need to get through it and you need some help. And that's what I needed, and like I am better than ever. I did the pills for like 6 months, and I got through the season. I got through the rough parts in my life, and bada bing, bada boom, like I am Mr. Buck Nasty again. So I want to say CTE is a very real possibility. Don't get it twisted. It's a very real possibility, but also there are ways to get help out there as well. So moving on here, guys, moving on. No more Antonio Brown talk for the rest of the week from Mr. Buckheister. Moving forward here, I want to talk about the Las Vegas Raiders here. So not about their victory over the Colts, not about this other stuff that's happening in Vegas land, the job opening, the possibility of making the playoffs and Super Bowl run. No. I want to talk about the Las Vegas Raiders quarterback, Nate Hobbs. Mr. Nate Hobbs was arrested on a DUI charge just a few hours after the Indianapolis Colts win. Why is this a big deal, guys? Let's flash back 3 or 4 months here. It wasn't even that, like 8 weeks. So 2 months ago, Ruggs just killed a person, stupid drunk. Why in the world are people in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Raiders driving drunk? You would think after the first DUI arrest and manslaughter and whatever else Ruggs is going to get, the Raiders would have something in place like, hey, you stupid right? Don't drive drunk. It is stupid. You guys have Ubers. You are in Las Vegas. There will be the people that hold the signs with the big feathers in their head where they're all dressed all sexy and stuff. I'm sure they would give you a ride. I mean, there are ways to get home in Las Vegas. Stop driving drunk, Las Vegas Raiders. What is wrong with you guys? But Nate Hobbs has officially been arrested on a DUI charge, the Sunday night after the Indianapolis Colts win here. And it just, I cannot fathom that people are still doing this in the NFL or doing this period in the life. In the world that we live in with Lyfts and Ubers and taxis and public transportation and the cell phone. Hey, honey, I need a ride. I had a few drinks. Check your man ego at the door. Call your mama. Hey, mama, I had 6 beers after the game, and I feel okay, but I do got a little buzz, and I know my boy Ruggs just killed a person because he was drunk. I don't want to do the same. Come help me. It is absolutely asinine at this point that people do this at all. I mean, hell, you guys got my Twitter at manhour_buck. Tweet me and I will cash app you the $20 that it takes to get from the stadium to your home on a Uber. I'm not rich by any means, but hey, if it's to save your life or because a DUI in a real person world, let's say for my job, if I got a DUI and I can't go to and from work, I am out my job. I can't do the radio show because I don't have money to support it. I can't do this because, you know, obviously I can't pay for my internet, my house bill. Hell, I was sleeping on like on the couch. So it is stupid, like, at this point, and especially after what Henry Ruggs just went through with the Raiders. You would think the Raiders coaching staff, I don't even know the intern coach name off the top of my head, but you would think he'd be like, look, we've had one. This is your example. This is your pass. Don't do this ever again. But hey, people feel invincible, I guess, and they do. People get DUIs every day. They get manslaughter every day, and unfortunately, it just it's stupid at the end of the day. So before we move on to the next topic here, let me jump into the comments here and address some of the comments here that are happening. One Pride 40 says, I love the morning shows. Yeah, I will be doing this for at least until the next April, because, you know, I got a promotion at work and my work life has changed to the afternoons here, so I'll be here in the morning. So if you guys do love it, you know, support it, like it, subscribe, share this with a couple friends, and, you know, let's get this morning show happening, because I'm probably going to be here for a long, long time if that all happens like and well. He also says, oh, and Alex Leatherwood was a reach to look. I'm not for sure what you're saying there, but we'll just go ahead and move on past that. Trent Mason, what's up, Trent? Trent is the newest member over here at Man Hour Nation. He simply hit the join button and he got registered to go to that Vegas trip. So we'll be talking about that in a minute. And then Trent says, you are an NFL player. They cannot use $40 to get an Uber. Excuses. Yeah. So actually, Trent, this is something that I did not know until the Henry Ruggs thing, but the NFL actually pays Uber X amount of dollars every year to give NFL players rides for free. So they're giving them, you know, like say $3 million to give NFL players a ride for free. All they have to do is download the app and put in like NFL player. You know, they obviously have some type of promo code. It's not going to be readily accessible to everybody, but every NFL player has that code, and they can literally use it and get a ride for Uber for free because the NFL pays for it. So it's just stupid. Like at that point, Drew also says it is really stupid because the Raiders offer free transportation for all players anytime. Yeah. So yeah, exactly what I said there. So great point there, Drew. Way to have my back. So big things happening, guys. So let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And it is time to get into the next topic here of the day. So Monday Night Football was last night. It was a great game. The Browns come back, made it a competitive. I was like 23-19. They were driving, and of course Baker Mayfield threw another interception. But we will get into the Browns talk here in a little bit. But what I want to talk about is Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Big Ben it has been widely rumored that this is his last season in Steelers Nation, and last night he basically confirmed that this is his last game at Heinz Field. So with that being said, the Steelers still have a chance to make a playoff game, guys. They have to beat the Baltimore Ravens, which I really think they can do on Sunday, especially if Lamar Jackson doesn't play. Though the Ravens just look really combottled right now, but the Ravens obviously have a chance to make the playoffs as well. So that's going to be a great game to watch. And then the Colts have to lose for the Steelers to make the playoffs. So with all that being said, I've been thinking about this in my head, and if the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs and Big Ben's last ride, right, the one last hoorah, do it for the skipper, right, they will probably be making it as a 7th seed team, right, or possibly 6. I'm not for sure how it shakes out, but they'll be 6 or 7. So they will have the road games all the way to the Super Bowl. And then I got sit back in enjoying here and thinking about life and thinking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then my son's school bus drove by. I'm like, man, Big Ben's one last ride. The bus is one last ride. Do you guys really remember Jerome Bennis's last playoff run, last hoorah, last do it for the skipper, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers were a 6th seed snuck into the playoffs somehow, some way. They beat the Baltimore Ravens the final week of the season to slide into that playoff spot. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers ran their way all the way to the Super Bowl. They won it for bust one last time. That I believe that was Big Ben's first Super Bowl win with the Steelers. So if you guys believe the NFL is rigged, like some people do out there, me and Luke G had a great conversation a few weeks ago about it here. If the NFL is not rigged, or if the NFL is rigged, this would be the most historic storybook inning for Big Ben Roethlisberger. You go out there, you beat the Ravens next week. The Colts lose to the Jaguars, and I think the Chargers and Raiders can't end in a tie or something crazy. But the Pittsburgh Steelers sneak into the playoffs. 7th seed. They're playing Cincinnati Bengals first round. Big Ben drives one last time down the field and beats them, right? And then they make it to the Super Bowl, and he goes off wins the Super Bowl, wins the MVP and all that stuff. And I'm going to Disney World. Would that not be the most historical storybook game? Would that not be the most Pittsburgh Steeler thing ever? Let's just be honest, because the bus did it. And then, to start Big Ben's career, and then why not let Hines do it to, Najee Harris to do it for Big Ben as well. I don't know. It just that would be the most historical storybook ending. So I don't know, it is crazy to me. But on the flip side of that coin, the Cleveland Browns have officially been eliminated from the playoffs. They were eliminated last week. Actually, they were mathematically out of it or something to that effect. But Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns are so in their own heads right now. Let's just be flat honest. They don't know whether they're coming or going, and it's really freaking annoying because I see One Pride 40 here, and he says I am still annoyed that Stefani did not run Chubb. I needed 20 points for my fantasy matchup. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to go there. So the Cleveland Browns, obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers are not very good at run stopping defense for whatever reason. They have T.J. Watt, one of the best defensive ends / linebackers in the game. But they can't stop the run. And I believe it was going into the fourth quarter, Nick Chubb had 7 carries for 49 yards and was averaging 7 yards a pop. Give that man the ball 100%. So when we look at the Cleveland Browns' future here, I want to start at the head coaching stop. Is Kevin Stephani the answer in Cleveland? Is he going to rally the troops back to this 11-5 win-loss schedule that they had last year? Obviously there's another game, but say they're back to 12-5, and they're clicking on all cylinders, and Stephani is the answer. Stephani is the coach that the Cleveland Browns need. And so I don't have any question in my mind that Stephani will stay there for many, many years to come. He will be great, and he will lead them to another division title and some many, many playoff wins. So then we look at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield obviously has his 5th-year option up at the end of this is his year 4, so he has his 5th-year option going into next year. The Browns have a chance to exercise that 5th-year option and keep him around, or they can do X, Y, Z and move away from him. Many people have speculated that Baker Mayfield is out in Cleveland, and I'm kind of on the same board of that expectations per se. I think that Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns will part ways. Why? Not because Baker Mayfield isn't a good quarterback, just because I don't think that Kevin Stephani thinks that Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback. It reminds me of the whole Jimmy G and the 49ers head coach, what's his name? It's just like they just don't like each other. John Gruden and Derek Carr, they just didn't like each other. You know, they were never married. And this year we do have some big quarterbacks that are going to be free agents. You have Jimmy G. You have Russell Wilson. You have Aaron Rodgers. You have a division quarterback in Huntley. He will be a free agent. So there are options out there that you can go out and get and possibly replace Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. So I feel that Baker Mayfield will be out of Cleveland, not because he's not a good quarterback. It's just it is not a good marriage. So you could be married for many, many years, but it was never a good marriage. And I think by subtracting Baker Mayfield and adding XYZ quarterback, let's say Jimmy G, the Cleveland Browns will be back to that 11-6, 12-5 record that they were just last year. And I think if Baker Mayfield were to go to a team like the New Orleans Saints or the San Francisco 49ers, he will even elevate his play even more just because, you know, I believe it was Combs said it last night, just sometimes the same player in a different atmosphere will perform better and be better. And I think that's what Baker Mayfield needs. Like they're just this black cloud over him in Cleveland. So much pressure to perform and just all this other stuff and yada, yada, yada. And I think a new place for him, a new look. You will be seeing Baker Mayfield play on that team for many, many years and do good things. What a player that comes to mind that did this, Drew Brees. People forget that Drew Brees was a San Diego Charger for the first 3 or 4 years of his career. Phillip Rivers came in. There was that tension. They're like, who are we going to start? Yada, yada, yada. He ultimately got traded to the Saints after I believe he tore his rotator cuff or something. But then people forget he was a San Diego Charger for 3 or 4 years, right? And I think that is what's going to happen with Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. On the other side of this coin here, the Cleveland Browns have been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs for 2 weeks now. So last night they were simply playing just for, you know, to be that spoiler, to knock the Steelers out of the playoffs, yada, yada, yada. But the Cleveland Browns are riddled with injuries. Myles Garrett has a nagging leg injury. Baker Mayfield has that torn labrum in his shoulder and something else, and obviously he is not 100%. There are a list of other starters out there that are just injured, that are just out there just to play, just to play. So my question that I asked myself pre-show here is, why are the Cleveland Browns playing people like Baker Mayfield when clearly he needs off-season surgery if they're married to them moving forward? The answer to that question is they're not married. So when you look at it, when you sit back and look at it from afar and you see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield has that big old harness on his shoulder, can't make throws very accurately to the left. Everything to the right is throwing high because, you know, whatever. But yeah, that tells me that Baker Mayfield is out of Cleveland because they're basically making him play hurt, like, at this point. If you wanted Baker Mayfield back, you would have sat him this week, had surgery, get him back on the field sooner, right? But clearly that is not the case here in Cleveland. But we are up against the next break here, guys, on Roku TV. If you're watching us live here on Roku TV, be consider heading over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. We do have a great time over here at youtube.com. So let me jump into the comments here before we head to break. Trent Mason says Chubb needs. You're trying to say this other Trent. So if you want to say something again, let me know. So I'm not for sure what you're trying to say this other Trent, but we'll figure it out. Drew says it would be better if they had won. They slept handcuffed cops. I'm not even going to do that. Drew, we're not going to go there. That was 20 years ago, man. Stop living in the past. And then one Pride 40 says Mayfield needs to go. Baker Mayfield needs to go to the Detroit Lions, right? No. We actually talked about that last night, and that's in my Overreaction Tuesday moving forward here to end the show here. And then One Pride 40 says, I believe the Jags are going to lock up the first round pick by beating the Colts. Alrighty. I mean, I believe right now the Jags are pretty much locked in that first round or the first overall pick, but I don't know. We'll see here, guys. But up against the break, I'm getting the red lights, guys. We'll be right back here on the Man Hour.
Once I'm home from work and relaxing,
I watch Man Hour while doing dishes.
In bed, hiding from the wife and kids.
What do you do when your husband and kid are obsessed with the Man Hour? You watch it with them.
Watch the Man Hour. Check it out.
Have you ever wanted to go to Vegas to see the NFL draft? Well, now you can. Simply head over to youtube.com/manhour, click on that join button, become a $5.99 member or higher, and you get free entry. Simple as that. So head over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that join button. You won't regret it. You're watching Man Hour. Hit that like button, baby.
Man Hour Nation, it's your boy BC Beastie Brandon Combs coming to you with a special message. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Now, that's 22 too many. And here at the Man Hour, we want to bring awareness to this. Our brothers and sisters deserve our support and our help. With the Take 22 merch, it's a small opportunity to show our appreciation and support to our veterans and take a small step to ending veteran suicide and treating PTSD properly. Every dollar spent on our Take 22 merch will be donated to the cause. So Man Hour Nation, rise up and show your support.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckasher here, flying solo dolo as each morning show will be here. If you guys are enjoying the morning show, hit that subscribe button here at youtube.com/Man Hour and hit that like button as well. And please share this with a couple friends as we try to grow, as they say, started from the bottom, now we're here. So we are at the bottom right now. We're trying to get to the next level, and the morning show I think is going to help us get to that next level. So guys, be sure to like it and comment and all that good stuff. And if you're watching us on Roku TV, shout out to you here on the Northeast Streaming Sports channel here. Hope you guys are enjoying the content out here that we are providing for you guys each and every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. right there on Roku TV. And then, my girl, Debbie, just hit the like button. Thanks, Deb, for hitting the like button. We definitely appreciate that. But it is a time on Tuesday here where we sit around the water cooler. And no, Drew, we're not going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys today. That is tomorrow. We get 10 minutes of Dallas Cowboy talk tomorrow because the Cowboys are the best team in America. It is time for Overreaction Tuesday. And that is right, guys. So every Tuesday, we sit here and we overreact over things. So on the Discord channel that we have here in the description, youtube.com/Man Hour, click on the description, and it's right down in there. Click on the Discord, and we have Overreaction Tuesday comments here. So usually every night or Monday night, I will jump in the chat there and say, hey, what are some overreactions that you guys think? And I got about 6 of them here that I'm going to address here. I got 10 minutes left before I got kicked off the air. But the first one here is the Jacksonville Jaguars is the worst coaching job in the NFL. So so we've talked about this on Monday and Sunday's show. I don't think the Jacksonville Jaguars is a bad coaching job. Yes, Trevor Lawrence right now does look like he is going to be a bust, and Combs is going to toot his horn over and over and over. And I said the same thing. But if you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars from afar, they have a pretty solid defense. They have a good offensive line. Trevor Lawrence won't be terrible quarterback if you get the right coach in there. And of course, they have the backfield to support that. The only thing that they're really missing are playmakers on the outside. There are some receivers going to be free agents this year. Sammy Watkins, Devontae Adams. The name goes on, or the list goes on. So the Jacksonville Jaguars job is not a terrible job. It's better than the Bears. It's better than the Texans. It's better than the Jets, right? So if I was a head coach, I would really be considering the Jacksonville Jaguars job. It's just I don't know what the owner is like. I don't even know his name, but he's that Asian dude or Chinese dude, like Safari, I don't know. He just needs to stay out of it and just let me do my job, and then we will be good. So is it a overreaction that the Jacksonville Jaguars is a bad job? Yes, that is definitely an overreaction. I think right now it's probably the best job in the NFL that's open. And then the next overreaction question here, and this question comes from Trace, I should say. Players shouldn't be doing extra stuff during this season, especially during this COVID-riddled season. And then he put, i.e., Mahomes and Travis Kelce going to the Cincinnati game for the college football playoffs. And this is not a reaction. This is spot on. During this COVID season that we have right now, COVID is running wild in the world. Let's just be honest. COVID is out there. Everybody's getting it. My dog's getting it, and my cat's getting it. Hell, my deceased dog's mom's cousin is like getting it, right? So Travis Kelce just came off the COVID list. And then when you go to a game, yes, I know you're a Cincinnati Bearcat and they've never made the playoffs and you're doing big things. You want to support your alumni school, yada, yada. But damn it, you are in the heat of a playoff berth right here. If you would have beat the Cincinnati Bengals, you would be in first place, and you guys would have basically gotten 2 weeks off. But let's say Mahomes and Travis Kelce would have got COVID when they went to this freaking college football playoff game. The Chiefs' chances would have been definitely bomb. Yes, they still lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. Either way, hindsight's 2020. But if they would have got COVID, I would have been absolutely livid as a Chiefs fan. What are you guys doing extra shit here? Like, come on. You know what's going on. Don't do it. Definitely not an overreaction there. And then the next question that we have for Overreaction Tuesday is this has got to be the last question, because apparently we're up against the time here on our first Man Hour AM show here, guys. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and there will be a 2-hour show moving forward. Just today is going to be an hour. But this question comes in and says that the 49ers are the most dangerous team in the playoffs. Wow. So first things first is the San Francisco 49ers do not have a playoff seed locked up yet. So this is obviously looking forward, saying they get into the playoffs. If the playoffs were to start today, I believe they would start as a 6th seed behind the Arizona Cardinals, and they would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken. Is it the Buccaneers? It's got to be the Buccaneers, right? But yeah, like either way. So for them being the most dangerous team, no. Overreaction 100%. They are not. They are a good team. They can run the ball. They have a solid defense. But I don't trust their coaching staff. Kyle Shanahan is their coaching. Like I don't trust him. I don't trust that he will be putting my quarterback in the right position to beat a high-powered offense like the Buccaneers or the Cowboys, or hell, they might even have to play the Rams. I'm not for sure where they're going to fall out there. So overreacting that the 49ers are definitely the most dangerous team in the playoffs. No, they're not. They're not. Come on, man. Get out of here with that. But guys, that is going to be it for tonight. Let me find the new, let me get some jingle. Let's get that. There we go. There we go. Thank you guys here for joining us here on Man Hour AM. We will be live every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. East Coast time. And if you guys have missed any part of the show, as always, you can go to youtube.com/Man Hour. Check out the clips. You can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Of course, Roku TV is live here every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. as well. And if you are busy during the day, you want to catch some more extra Man Hour at night, Combs will be on every Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. East Coast time. Check us out, guys. We got a lot of content happening. We got a lot of good things happening. Hit a member. Become a member. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Join us tonight, 8 p.m. East Coast time. Combs will be on with Luke G. Bye, guys. We out.